Hi guys, Chris Ingram here, CEO of Prosperitas Financial, and today I want to give you kind of overview of what Prosperitas Financial is, kind of my vision originally for this company, and what makes us different than our peers in the industry. And I think it goes back to, I've been a financial advisor for the past 25 years, and kind of my ultimate philosophy of being a financial planner, and that was that we're really here to help clients cover all of their financial needs and make sure that all the pieces are positioned appropriately for them to be successful and accomplish their goals, and really, take it as a very comprehensive and holistic approach to financial planning. One of the things that I often say is, think about it like this, and I'll use a celebrity as an example. So let's say Rihanna, for example. Who do you think Rihanna has on her financial planning team? She's got a lot of people that probably meet, they work together, they make sure that everything is dialed in, her real estate, to her stock portfolio, to her businesses, to everything, right? And my philosophy has always been, why only her? Why do only those types of people get it? Why can't we do it for you? Why can't everybody have that same level of financial advice and expertise and team behind them, making sure all of these pieces are put in the right position? So my attitude was always, let's do it. Why not? We can do this just as well as they can do it for her. We can do it for you and for the average individual and make sure that all their financial pieces are positioned appropriately. So what I think is different is, if you look at the industry, I like to say, unfortunately, that a lot of people that say they're financial planners are not necessarily financial planners. They're what I like to call they're asset accumulators, and their number one goal is to convince clients to come in and bring their assets under management, and they start investing that money and they start earning a fee off of it. But they really don't do comprehensive, full-blown financial planning. And if they did a financial plan, it was typically a one-and-done, cookie-cutter type financial plan at the beginning of the process to kind of encourage them to give them their money and add to it on a regular basis, and maybe they'll retire one day. We look at financial planning very differently. We look at it as a long-term, ongoing, never-ending process of continuing to work with our clients, understand their needs, understand all the things they have going on in their financial life, and continue to adjust, pivot, and change as life goes on to make sure that we continue to point them in the right direction to get them where they want to go and accomplish their goals. When we do, the way that we do this is, again, taking a very comprehensive approach to it. So when a client gets ready to do financial planning with me, I don't just ask them for their investment statements. And a lot of clients, they'll just automatically give me just their brokerage statements, because that's what they think I want, is just to look at their investments. Fact of the matter is, I want to look at a lot more than that. So when I go through a financial planning process with a client, I ask them about their family, their kids, what are their education goals for their kids, who are their beneficiaries, and do they have any estate or legacy goals, what is their employment situation, how much is their income, do they have employee benefits at work, want to look at their taxes and see what's going on with their tax returns, their investment accounts. What most people only want to look at is just one of our bullet points on here. I do want to see their investment accounts and where their money is currently invested. But I also want to look at their assets, real estate, auto, alternative assets, things like paintings and classic cars and all kinds of things that are valuable and part of their financial plan. I want to look at their debt. What does their mortgage look like? Do they have credit card debt? Do they have student loans that we have to deal with and we should figure out a plan for? Insurance, life insurance, long-term care, disability insurance, personal lines, auto, home. We don't do that here currently, but we want to see that information so that we can make sure that they have good insurance in place to protect them. Business, we want to look at the structure of the business. How is it set up? Do they have employer plans set up at the business? Do they have a succession plan in place? Look at their Social Security statement. And then ultimately talk about their goals. What are their retirement goals, real estate goals? Do they want to buy an investment property? Do they want to buy another home? Are they planning to move out of state at some point? Do they have travel plans or whatever their goals are? We want to make sure we're looking at everything and understanding how all those pieces fit together in the grand scheme of things and in the plans that they have for their life, their future, their financials. What I hear a lot, and at Prosperitas Financial, we are actively talking to advisors because we're trying to build our team of advisors here at the company. And so I talk to advisors a lot, and what I hear a lot from advisors are, that takes a long time. It really is, instead of just closing them up front, I have to do this plan and gather all this information. It takes too long for me to actually close the client. Yes, it does. I often won't start, doing any business with a client for, maybe 2 months, 3 months as we gather information, build out the plan, better understand who that client is. But it's worth it because I get to know the client far better. The other one that I hear a lot is, that seems like a lot more work. I get compensated the same way you get compensated. We make the same amount of money on that exact same client, but yet you're doing all this additional work. I don't want to do all that additional work for the same compensation. Well, first of all, that's greedy, and we don't probably want that advisor on our team. But at the same time, yes, we do a lot for the compensation that we receive from a client because we think that they deserve it. That's what they need from us. Last is I'm not an expert in those areas. I don't know taxes. I'm not really good at life insurance. I don't know how to do business structure or succession planning or any of those kinds of things. And so my argument back to them is, first of all, it's better for the client. That's why we do it. That's why I've always had this philosophy is we're trying to benefit the client. We're trying to be the best financial advisors we can be and give a good, solid service to the people that we serve. And ultimately, if it's better for the client, we're willing to do that. Number two is providing a better overall service. Again, just being the best at what we do and providing a well-rounded service to the clients that we serve. The third one, with the advisors that say that they get paid the same to do less work, and why would they want to do more work for the same compensation? Well, my answer is always, either I'm going to end up taking your client from you, or at some point your client's going to realize that and they're going to want you to lower your fee because you're just not giving them the same level of service that other financial advisors are. And then the last one is surround yourself with experts. You don't necessarily have to be an expert in every field. You just have to have the right people on your team. And so that brings me to my last point of what we've done here at Prosperitas Financial is it's financial advisors like myself and financial advisors like Jerry Citarella and Kieran Wong that are on our team as financial advisors, but we've surrounded them with experts that help them provide this very well-rounded, comprehensive plan. So gentlemen like Dylan Oliva, he helps run our portfolios and our portfolio management team. Andrew Cohen, who is an estate planning attorney who helps with our trusts and wills that we need in place. Or how about this guy right here, Robert Clark. Robert Clark handles all of our disability insurance in the office. Scott Zimmerman is our life insurance and long-term care specialist. We've got Rudy Herrera right here, who's our college counselor and college planner in the office. Works directly with the kids and the parents to get them into the colleges of their choice. And then you've got Jason Stein down here on the end. Jason, he helps with our employer retirement plans and makes sure that we have a specialist in that area that truly understands that market. So while we have advisors like myself that work directly with the client, we have a lot of resources outside of that on our team in this office, just like Rihanna, that are sitting down at the same table, having conversations, making sure we're putting all of the pieces in place so that that client is well taken care of and that all of their stuff is moving in the same direction. And ultimately, like I said before, is just to make sure our ultimate goal is achieved, which is getting our clients to achieve their goals. That's it. For more questions, or if you want to know more about Prosperitas Financial, please check us out at www.prosperitasfin.com.